Je kon er de afgelopen weken niet omheen. De documentaire Leaving Neverland over het vermeende seksueel misbruik door Michael Jackson. De meningen zijn verdeeld. Maar ja, wie we in de documentaire niet aan het woord horen, dat zijn de Jacksons zelf. En daar komt nu verandering in. Want aan de telefoon heb ik Taj Jackson. Hij is een van de neefjes van Michael. En hij was natuurlijk ook 3T. Hij is nog steeds 3T. Good morning, Taj.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Hanging in there. Feeling a little better today. So, yeah.
Yeah, because last Friday the documentary was aired on Dutch television, nearly a week after it was broadcasted in the US. What kind of a week has it been for you?
You know, it started off really bad only because, you know, we had to deal with Oprah Winfrey doing a special about this and, you know, most people jumping on the bandwagon and not hearing our side at all. But as the week progressed and we started seeing people actually do their research and kind of study up on the two accusers and their family, you know, things are starting to turn around for us. So I'm actually feeling a lot better than I did in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, a lot has been said about this documentary. What's your reaction to all of this?
You know, it was very hard for me to see because, you know, you have to remember, we've lived this our whole lives. We've lived people trying to take advantage of our uncle and of our family for money. And so I think the thing that was so disgusting about this documentary is that we never even got a chance to respond to it. This was a one-sided documentary, and everything you see there, you know, was never challenged.
Yeah. But what are the plans now? Are there plans to make a documentary too?
Yes, there is. Of course there is. And you know, that's going to take some time, but people can go online and find out the truth. It's out there, you know. I always say don't just rely on us. Don't rely on that documentary. Go out there and search the truth that's out there. But yes, we are doing our own documentary, but that's going to be some time from now.
Well, there's a lot of things going on at the same time. What do you think will happen now?
Yeah.
Do you expect another lawsuit? What can we expect? What do you think?
You mean in terms of someone else coming forward? No, I don't think so at all because I think these two guys definitely they were in cahoots. They have the same lawyer since 2014. You know, I've heard stories about, you know, the story of abuse is so similar. Well, yeah, because they've had the same lawyer for the last 5 years, you know, and they have the same script basically.
Yeah.
And so I think definitely people, I think there's a shock value right now. That's all they had was shock. And a week from now, when people actually come and revisit it, they're going to start discovering things. They're going to start discovering that Wade was dating my cousin, Brandy, for 8 years during the same time period that he was claiming that he was molested by Michael Jackson. You know, they're going to find out, well, why wasn't Brandy included in the documentary? Why was she hidden from that whole scenario? Because it doesn't fit in their grand scheme of things.
So we have some kind of a trial by public situation right now. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, which is very dangerous. Very dangerous. And not only that, there's no law protecting my uncle right now. You can say anything you want about Michael Jackson, and our family can't sue from libel or slander. So they can say Michael Jackson, you know, studies voodoo and chops up chickens at night, and we can't do anything about it. So it's a dangerous, you know, situation that we're put in.
And he can defend himself because he's dead.
He can't defend himself at all. I mean, you know, the only thing we can go off of is we have, you know, a 10-year FBI investigation on him where nothing was found. A trial where he was exonerated. And it's like, and I want to talk really quickly about the 1993 thing. If people actually look up the 1993-1994 settlement, they'll find out that settlement didn't do anything to stop Jordy Chandler from testifying in a criminal case. And there's a lot behind that, but, you know, a lot of lies have happened in the last couple of years that the media and the tabloids have been just throwing around on my uncle. But people will discover that these lies have no merit and no truth to them.
He was the biggest target on the planet, wasn't he?
Biggest target and the most scrutinized and the most watched. If you really think about it, he was the most watched celebrity they were after him for 20-something years.
And how are Michael Jackson kids doing? I mean, I read something about Blanket. Is it true that he's not talking anymore because of the documentary?
Yeah, he goes by BG now, but that's but everyone knows him as Blanket. He goes to school, and even if his friends are trying to be supportive, I'm sure parents talk.
Yeah.
They talk to their kids or they hear it, and he's very sensitive. He senses all that stuff, and it's like I don't think people thought about how that affects our family at all in that way. That please do your research, because this is not only affecting Michael Jackson, it's affecting everyone. It's affecting his fans, it's affecting his friends, it's affecting his family. And, we deserve at least that. You had 4 hours to tell a story. Give us 10 minutes, just research, please.
How do you guys try to help him dealing with all this?
The only thing that we can do is be there as cousins for him. I mean, the thing is that this isn't our first rodeo. We've been down this road. I actually lived at Neverland during the 2005 trial, and so I've already been through the situation before, and I think the best thing to do is just keep your head up and really have faith that truth will come out. The truth will come out eventually. For sure, Taj. I'm sure about that. It actually slowly has. It slowly is, and if you look online and Twitter, people are starting to put things together, and I'm very proud of that. That's actually happening. It's not me doing it. It's fans. It's people that don't even like my uncle. Not even fans of my uncle. They just want the truth. Yeah. That some of them have been our biggest supporters. So, I tell all the fans, what you saw a movie, and you saw a movie that had no merit to it, and it had no one validating anything. So you heard stuff like a wedding and all this stuff, but it came from someone else. It comes from one person's mouth. There's no truth to it. And so that's all I would say is that I just think the Dutch fans in general, I think all the fans, but, we've had a very, as 3T, we've had a very special connection with Dutch fans. Yeah. And they've been very supportive. They've emailed us. They've, direct messaged us. And, we feel that love. So, we're very thankful. We're very happy to have that. We need it now. Taj, thank you very much for this. We're going to play a Michael Jackson song. What is your favorite song by your uncle? I won't say my favorite song. I'll say a song that he told me that he said was one of his most special songs. And it was actually Will You Be There? And he said there's going to come a time where the fans are going to, will they be there or not? And he knew they would be. And they have been there for him. And I think, it's a song that I think is needed right now. I'm going to play it for you right now. Taj, thank you very much. Good luck with defending everything. Thank you. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for this opportunity. All right, yeah. Thanks, Taj. Good luck. Bye-bye. Bye. Taj Jackson.